Well, good morning, Christ Lutheran families, especially to our younger children of God. Pastor Lou and I want to be sure that we celebrate Holy Week with our families and our children. And so I'm going to be reading a story for you each day of Holy Week that tells a special part about Jesus' journey from today, Palm Sunday, when he rides into the city of Jerusalem on a donkey, all the way to that day of Easter where the tomb is empty. The book that I'm going to share with you is called Easter Love Letters from God. And I'll invite our families, our parents and grandparents and older brothers and sisters to also find a Bible in your homes. And I'll tell you the Bible passage for each day so that you can read that together as a family too. So let's get started. A happy Palm Sunday to you. Open up our book here. It's got some wonderful illustrations that I think everyone will enjoy. Today we begin with King of Kings. The donkey felt very special as he trotted down the road into Jerusalem with Jesus on his back. He had never carried a king before. The road was lined with people clapping and cheering. Everyone was there to welcome Jesus. Little children laughed and clapped and cheered as they saw Jesus coming by. They waved palm branches high in the air like flags. Hosanna, Hosanna, the crowd shouted as Jesus passed by. He was the one that they had heard so much about. Here was the king who could save them from their enemies. But how would he do that? He wasn't wearing any armor, and he didn't look like he was ready for a fight. An earthly king would ride on a mighty horse, but Jesus was a heavenly king. He rode in on a quiet donkey. An earthly king would ride in with an army of strong soldiers. But Jesus came in with peace and friends and an army of invisible angels. An earthly king would ride in carrying gleaming swords and weapons. But Jesus rode in carrying love, forgiveness, and peace. An earthly king would capture his enemies and take them to jail. But Jesus would free his enemies with love and lead them to heaven. I want to be sure you get to see this picture. Here we go. That's the way. So you can see the donkey that Jesus rode in on, which is a symbol of peace. You can see the palm branches that folks are waving to celebrate Jesus coming. And one thing I love about this picture is that we see people of all ages worshiping Jesus, praising Jesus as the King, as the one who will save them. The King of Kings stepped down from his donkey, patted it on the back, and turned toward the city of Jerusalem. Jesus had only a few days left to live on earth, just a few days to show the world what love looked like. And so his last days began. You can see the holy city of Jerusalem in this great illustration. You can also get a nice look at the donkey as illustrated here. What a special job that donkey had in serving God and God's kingdom. I love that God uses all of creation in God's plan. And so, families, I would like to invite you to read the Gospel of Matthew. You could read the whole Gospel, but the chapter I really want you to look closely at is the 21st chapter. So Matthew chapter 21. Read verses 1 through 11 as a family today.